My Gavanna melanin. So I thought I would take the time to just talk a little bit about some of my experiences over the year of merging myself with the elven energy, and because it's almost been about a year since I've made this channel and I've made a ton of videos. So a lot of my subscribers haven't even gotten a chance to even watch all my videos. The one thing I wanted to talk about was because I have gotten some questions saying, do the frequencies and the videos of, oh, become an elf, do they really work? And I wanted to give you my opinion on it because I absolutely do believe, and I have seen in myself, that when you start to think like an elf and you really truly embrace the nature of the elven beings and you really put yourself into their shoes completely, in the sense of the way you act, the way that you dress, the way that you feel very connected to nature, you do alter things within your body. That is a certain type of frequency that you are carrying. It's a very high, a very smooth type of frequency. The elven beings are extremely high frequency beings, and that's why it's hard to see them on Earth. But if you yourself embrace that frequency within you and that vibration, you are vibrating at a very high level. And it's a very smooth type of energy. So when you have that within you, you are starting to alter your body. Your body starts to adjust to the frequency that you're carrying within it. Our body is made mostly up of water, and we know that within the quantum physics studies that it shows that water molecules do alter through the change of thought and the types of intentions that you have. And that's really what magic is really about, is putting forth the will and intention to do something. Now there's witchcraft and sorcery, in which you kind of play and manipulate with that will, but there's magic, and it's a very natural, organic type of energy that happens within all people that really get in touch with that part of themselves that is powerful and that can manifest anything that they desire with their thought. So these videos about elven frequency, of getting elven skin, transforming yourself and looking more elf-like, getting elven ears. These absolutely do work, and I have listened to a few of them a handful of times, and I have noticed in myself just merging with the elven wisdom for about a year. I've always been somebody who resonated with the elves. I've always loved the elves and the fae, but this year, me making all of these videos weekly and really delving into the elven wisdom, I have become more elf-like than I have ever in my life. And I'm turning 36 next year, and I feel more youthful inside. So I absolutely do feel that the elven energy has transformed me. I even notice with my ears, they're angling a bit more, and they're kind of poking out more, and my scapula inside is actually a little bit more sharp and angled than it used to be. Now, these are things that I just kind of notice about myself now. Possibly I've always had that, but I do notice a difference with me. I just notice that in embracing my elven nature, I have become more elven-like, and it's helped in a lot of ways. Psychologically, I've become a lot more calmer and more reserved, and I have been able to look at myself in an objective way. I'm not as highly emotional as I used to be. I have a little bit more logic ingrained in me. So that has been a really wonderful thing, because I'm able to kind of handle and deal with some of the emotions and issues that I had in my life in a new kind of way and take it from a new, different perspective. My connection with nature has deepened. I mean, I've always loved nature, but really immersing myself with the elven wisdom has really brought forth this connection to nature that just moves me so much. And I feel really safe in the world. I feel like I really belong in the world when I'm around nature. And I absolutely truly do believe that humans have all the potential if they truly want to. And I have seen the movement happen where people really want to be elves. They really want to live in nature. They really want to be very connected to nature. And the elven voice in the world is rising. And it's part of the light worker team of being an earth angel in a sense. Being somebody who can be a custodian for nature and help to heal the earth and help to heal others and bring forth that elven light is something that I believe that was something that was going to happen organically. And I'm happy to have helped facilitate that on YouTube. But I see that there are other types of elven souls out there that are trying to bring forth the voice of the elves. But I can tell you that when you really analyze and apply the nature of elves into your own life, you will become more elven-like. My husband has noticed it in me. I mean, he's been calling me more like an elf. You know, these kind of moments where you just realize, like, wow, like I'm really embracing that elven nature that I've always resonated with. So I do believe in those videos because really all they are is the subliminal messages that hit your ear and kind of retrain your body and your mind to think about yourself in a certain way. And when you listen to them enough, I absolutely do believe that they start to kind of alter the cells within your body, and they do start to make your body appear in a certain way. And it seems that has to adjust to the thoughts that you carry now, because now you're carrying the thoughts of an elf. You're thinking like an elf. You're wise like an elf. So now your body has to respond to hold that type of vibration within your mind. And I do see that starting to happen. I know a lot of people, they may have a certain body type and they may not be, you know, the Tolkien's vision of what the elf was. And that doesn't really matter, because as long as you're healthy and as long as you're at a good weight for yourself where you can move around and you feel healthy within, that is truly what matters about being an elf, is feeling this healthiness and this nature connection within. That is truly what matters. And I said it on my very first video that I made within this channel. I wanted people to know that my target audience was not just for people that, you know, happen to feel like a Tolkien elf. I wanted people to know that being an elf comes from a lot of different directions and a lot of different spectrums. And you don't have to look a certain way to be an elf, but you will start to have elf-like ears. You will start to develop that, and they'll be unique to fit your type of elven being. I mean, not everybody's going to have the same type of ears. Even those who get surgery and get their ear tips pointed, I notice that they all don't look the same. That's because they start out with a particular ear shape, and then the tattoo artist who performs the surgery and the ear pointing, they have to do a certain thing. My ears are a little different, where they kind of come out, and they're small ears, so your ears will kind of adjust to whatever your body is made to naturally be like. But the more and more you think like an elf, the more and more you do become elven-like. There's no doubt in my mind that I have more confidence and I have more connection to nature, and I'm in tune with my ancient soul a lot more than I was when I first started. And when this idea first came to me that I would help to be a facilitator of the elven energy into this world. So great news for those that truly want to become an elf. You really truly can, with delving into the ways that the elves behave and act, and then applying it into your own life in the way that you dress and you act, and the way that you decorate your home. Surround yourself with nature. Surround yourself with things that remind you of your elven soul. These are all ways that are just going to help you become more elf-like. It's a beautiful thing to be able to know that you can have the power to transform yourself. And I would love to hear some success stories. So I invite those that have been followers of my channel, please tell me that, as you've been kind of going through my videos, have you noticed something change within you? Have you noticed that you have become more elven-like and have started to look like an elf? Or at least what you perceive your elven self to be like? And really look at yourself naturally and see yourself as somebody who has grown over the year with me. And maybe you have always resonated with the elves, but hopefully I have just kind of brought that elven spirit more to surface in you. And so now you can express yourself fully as an elf. And this is a little bit different than a cosplay because it's actually embracing the mentality of an elf. I know that there's a lot of people that make fun of other kins, and I've seen some videos on it, but there's something about the mind and the transformative powers that it has over the body and it has over your whole life. Your mind basically runs your entire experience. So whatever you fill your mind with is what you truly do become. So those that fill their mind with elven thoughts and elven wisdom and elven images and elven inspiration, they truly will become an elf. And I absolutely do believe that. So watch as many videos as you can if you are interested in truly becoming an elf and embracing that. And that is what's really going to help you feel more confident inside of you expressing your elven spirit and your elven soul. So I'm excited to hear about your stories. Please leave a comment below and tell me if you have noticed yourself transform more into an elf. Han and Lei for listening, and I will see you in the next video.